Hello, my loves. I'm Shannon. This is Lifestyle Manifesting, and on my channel, I'm talking all about manifesting every area of your life. Deliberately create your reality how you want. Be the architect and designer of your life. Today, I want to talk about blocks. Okay, I don't know what I put in the title, but I want to talk about blocks. Do you have a block? Guess what? A block is just a circumstance, and circumstances don't matter. So create, right? Okay, so if you understand the reason that you don't have your manifestation, what is the reason that you feel like you don't have it? That's the circumstance, or that's the block. Okay, so how do you figure out what your block is, or how do you figure out if you have resistance? You're going to ask yourself, why do I think I don't have this? Okay. Ask yourself, why don't I think I don't have this? Whatever you say, if it's your specific person, well, because they're dating someone else. Okay, that's a circumstance, and the circumstances don't matter. Remember, you're the creator of your reality, and your beliefs and your assumptions about how reality works is how you're manifesting and living and experiencing your life. So to manifest and create the reality you want to focus on how you want your life to look. So you, with your specific person, circumstances don't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a third party in the picture, because it's just your assumption that your specific person's not with you. Instead, you go all the way to the end. Really, the key to everything is just go to the end. You don't need to go to the middle. You don't need to look at the 3D reality and decide if you can manifest based on the 3D reality. No, you're the creator of your reality. You're the creator of your reality. Go to the end. That reality already exists. The reality with you and your desire already exists. So all you need to do is go to the end, that create the image, right? Create an image in your mind, or create an imaginal scene. Create the techniques you can do going to the end would be imagining in your mind, or script it out, or say the affirmation, or have an imaginal conversation. What are you saying in your mind to yourself, your self-talk, and your inner conversations that you're saying all day to yourself? That's how your reality manifests. Just go all the way to the end and say, it's done. I have my manifestation. Oh no, what if I have a block? What's my block? It's not here. Guess what? You looked at the 3D reality and you said, it's not here. What's my block? You're actually creating an assumption. You're creating an assumption that you have a block when you don't even have one. You don't have a block, but you're creating one just by looking at the 3D, assuming you don't have your desire, and you're not aligning with that reality where you do have your desire, and you're creating a block on top of it. Okay, if that's your thought process, you're essentially creating a block. So instead, go all the way to the end and just say, it's done. Okay, build faith, build trust, build knowing. Just decide to release it and let it go to that higher self that's within you. The desire is already done. That fourth dimensional reality is already existing with you and your desire. All you needed to do was imagine it, and it's done. It's already done. Your job is to just know it's done, or proclaim it's done, or decide it's done. You don't have to believe it knowingly with faith of 100%. You're not going to be worried about it. You're not going to be fearing it. You're not going to question it. You're not going to question the 3D. You're not going to see something happen in the 3D and wonder, oh, it's not happening. You just decide it's done, and then you let go and release. Let go and release that it's done. That's a powerful way to manifest, where you're not going to feel tired. You're not going to feel like you're doing all these different processes, because you've been manifesting your whole life, right? You've been creating your reality your whole life. Now you're just deliberately creating a reality by putting your focus and attention on your preferred reality. That's all you need to do. Stop questioning it. Stop doubting it. Just keep consistently every day. Make a decision. It's already done. It's already mine. I already have it. But don't look at the 3D. Don't look at the physical reality all worried in judging the 3D reality, judging where you're at, judging what's happening. No, You placed an order. It's done. You already planted the seed. It's completely done. All right. You're only creating more circumstances. Okay. So if you could just look at any circumstance and say, circumstance doesn't matter. The desire is already mine. What if I did have a block? It doesn't matter because this reality is already mine. Okay. Now, do you see how if your thought process is that, you're not going to feel worried. You're not going to feel that you don't have it. You're going to the place where you know that it's yours. All right, let me answer some questions. Can you ever do lives of affirmations? Yes, I have done a couple lives of affirmations. By the way, I go live every Friday in my private VIP group, and I give 15-minute affirmations. So if you want to join my group and look at some of my affirmations, you can join free for 3 days. The link's in my bio, in my description. And under the topics, you can search for all the affirmations that I've said. So that, I feel like that's powerful, right? To be together, just listening, start your weekend with a whole mindset of everything's working out for me. You know, I have all different topics. Just last Friday, I did release and let go of anything that doesn't serve you, and I just did affirmations of that. But I'll try to do more lives here where I have done that. I know I've done it at least once or twice. Okay, is astrology just another form of our 3D? It is. Yep, astrology is just another form of your 3D being reflected back to us. Oh, I used our astrology to do a compatibility test, and our astrology said we might have problems. No, you're not going to look to anything outside of you. Your reality is existing because of whatever you're aware of or whatever you're consciously aware of. Okay, it's all coming from you. So all you have to do is say, nope, that's not true. Okay, SP texted me last night. We were on FaceTime, but he didn't show up how I wanted. Like, recreate in your mind what happened. Okay, recreate that FaceTime. Recreate your SP saying, like, have sweet dreams, and I will be in touch with you first thing in the morning. Okay, so recreate it. Revision is powerful. Revise the day every day as if you would have liked it to have gone. So revise that moment, how you wanted it to go. And you keep playing it over in your mind and revise it until it feels more true. Okay, until it's feeling true and it's feeling good. Because when you revise the past, it advances into the present moment and the future. Okay, maybe you don't see evidence in the present moment exactly now, but it's advancing into your future. I'm currently manifesting my SP, but why does my ex want to see me? Your ex wants to see you because it is working. Because you are working on your mental diet and the thoughts that you're thinking, and when you affirm the self-concept of being chosen and being wanted, you're going to see that reflection, because your world is a reflection of your own thoughts and beliefs about yourself and how you see yourself. Now, we see ourselves one way to every single person in our reality. In relationship to your mom, how does she see you? In relationship to a best friend, how do they see you? You had no attachment to your ex. You're not worried if they're going to come in your life. You're not putting your ex on a pedestal. You're not doing any of that. That's why your ex shows up and wants to see you. Okay, because you had no attachment, you had no worry, you had no doubt. I'm not saying that you have worry and doubt about your SP. That could be all dissolved right now, but it just hasn't reflected back in your reality. It will. So anytime you have something that's a deliberate manifestation, you want to create meaning behind that. So you say to yourself, oh yes, this is working. It's working. My world is a reflection of me. My world is responding to me. It worked for my ex. It's absolutely working for my specific person. Okay, so when you create that meaning, you're creating that momentum. It must happen. Okay, but here's what sometimes people may do, especially if it's a little bit of the beginning of your journey and you're affirming, changing your thoughts, and you see a reflection, you go, why did it happen with that person and it's not working? And then we start thinking, now look at what assumptions you create based on the 3D. Did you create an assumption on the 3D or if you create an assumption from the 3D that it works with them, but I can't really do it with SP. It works with my ex, can't do it with the SP. Works with money, but somehow in relationships it doesn't work. You right there, whatever you're saying is the reason why it's not there. Okay, so you have to change your perception, and say it's working. Because we're unconsciously not even realizing, because we're trying to problem solve. Okay, be in the solution. Okay, even though like it's kind of like problem solving, you don't want to be solving the problem, because if you're solving the problem, then it's not solved. It's already solved. Be in the place where it's already solved. You're not problem solving. Why is it happening with that person and not that person? Don't problem solve that way. Okay, you just create meaning from it. All right, so I'm going to say congratulations, it is working. This is done, right? It's working. It's done. Now, be more observant and aware of other people in your reality, of strangers and how they look at you. Just be perceptive and notice how your world is a reflection of you. Really a powerful thing to do, with the concept of everyone is yourself pushed out, and your whole world is just the mirror and reflection of your inner world, is try to go like several days just observing, where you're always wanting to be observing, but be in a place of observing more than trying to talk and trying to say something, but just listen. Really listen and observe what people say to you, because as you listen and observe, you'll see that everyone is reflecting your own beliefs about reality. And if you hear a limiting belief, you go, oh, I don't believe that anymore, right? If someone reflects back to you your doubt or your fear, you just say, I don't believe that anymore. It's not what I believe anymore. It's not part of my life anymore. All right, Abby, if I am living in the end, can I ask him out as I would if we were already together in the 3D? Okay, here's my perspective on that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you would be going out. Okay, if you already have this feeling like, I want to ask him out. I want to. Okay, I feel good about it. This is working. So you ask him out and you get a good response. Okay, you know that the reflection, there is a reflection. By the way, I did have a situation with the SP several years ago where I wasn't hearing anything for, it was months, like 2.5 to 3 months. I hadn't heard anything, right? So finally I did reach out. I reached out and it was like a little casual note. And he's like, I'm so glad you reached out. Do you want to go out like whatever that weekend? It was going to be a Saturday night. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. So guess what? Then he planned the date for us to go out Saturday night. When I saw him, he said, I think about you all the time. And I'm like, what the hell? That's what I was always affirming. He thinks about me all the time. Okay, so he reflected that back to me, but there was no action. He wasn't taking any action. Okay, so that was, maybe I wasn't living in the end feeling that we were together. Okay, because I was still, at that time, I was still telling an opposing story. I know now that I was telling an opposing story. Here's what I want you to make sure that you do. If you're asking him out, Abby. If there's any rejection, don't give it any meaning. You're just going to look at it and go, okay, no problem. Okay, it's not a problem. I mean, whatever you want to say to him, okay, sure. But you don't say anything. You don't say more. You don't try to argue, because it will shift. And the more that you can stand like an anchor and stand solid, knowing, okay, no problem. Then in your mind, you go, okay, old reality still sort of showing old stuff. That no big deal. It can change overnight. It can change right now. And then in that moment, you keep affirming, no. He loves being with me all the time. He loves being in my presence. He loves taking me out on dates. He loves holding my hand. He loves being next to me. He's always sharing and telling me that. Okay, that's what you would affirm in the moment if there was a rejection, right? You could literally have a text message 5 minutes later or 2 hours later when you do that, okay? So the goal is because I hear people say, I'm on point with my self-concept, and then this happened, and then guess what? They're coming to me to complain about it. So that, if you recognize that's you think you're on point, then the minute you get frazzled in the 3D and say it's not working and you're complaining, that means you're not necessarily on point. You're not necessarily on point, because if you're on point, that even in the face of rejection, you'll be like, okay, and you're not going to feel emotionally rejected. You're going to feel like, okay, let me just affirm. Okay, let me affirm this reality. All right. So there's power in detaching from that desire. You have to detach from it. It's already yours. Okay, so detach from the need of having that desire. It's already yours. If you already have something, you're not going to have a need and a want to get something, because you already have it. So you already have it. All right, that could be your own affirmation. I already have it. I have it all. It's all mine. Everything's mine. Okay, feel that on a deep level. Let your body and mind submerge your feelings in that. I already have it. What does that feel like, to feel like you have everything you want? So practice that. All right, so those were some ideas for you. And set an intention before you make the call, right? If you're calling or texting, you want to ask out your SP, set the intention before you do it. Create the blueprint. You want to create a blueprint. Create a blueprint of, this is how it's going to go, and this is what I'm going to hear back, and this is how the conversation's going to go. Just sort of a blueprint. You don't have to know every detail. It's a blueprint. Okay, so that's going to be a powerful thing to do. That's that like segment intending, when you intend throughout the day and you're creating the blueprint of how you want things to move. All right, that's what if any of you who've purchased my course, Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept, it's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for you to be the version of you with your desire in that reality, for having the thoughts, standing solid, standing anchored in that version of you. Even if there was a rejection at one point, it doesn't faze you. You're not having ruffled feathers, right? Because you know you're the creator, and all you have to do is you just affirm the story you want. It's been almost 2 months, no contact. My ex hasn't reached out. Any tips? Okay, here, let me just tell you that whatever you're talking about, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're telling me, that's what your reality is what it is, because you believe it. Okay, so you believe you're keeping track. It's been 2 months. We aren't talking. The more you keep telling that story, that's the story that's in place. My ex hasn't reached out. Okay, so I understand you want to ask me here, right? And you have to ask a question. But what are you doing all day throughout the day? Are you talking to friends about your ex hasn't reached out? Or are you just thinking in your head? Are you looking and keeping up what they're doing? Are you checking your phone and wondering if you're going to get a message? Are you trying to do techniques, wanting it to happen right now, and then looking into 3D and saying, why is it not happening? Because if you have something, you wouldn't look and say, why isn't it happening? Okay, so it's been almost 2 months, no contact. Here's what you need to say. That story's, throw it out the window. I don't ever want to hear you ask that question. I want you to make sure you don't even talk about that, okay? That's an old story. Now, if you want to manifest something in your reality quickly, quantum jump, quantum leap, have it happen faster, you need to have the thoughts and the feelings as if you already have your desire, because you already have it, because it's coming from you, okay? So, but feel it more in the 3D, okay? Assume it from the 3D. This desire is already mine, okay? Because your imagination's creating, okay? So things you could say to yourself, because you got to build your belief a little bit in the beginning, right? My imagination creates. This is what you say to yourself. My imagination creates, and I've created that visual scene. We are together, and I know SP is so in love with me, and so that's how you're talking to yourself. Nope, I intend. You could even say intention, right? I intend SP reaches out to me today. Okay, stop calling them your ex and start calling them, that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend. Okay, start feeling you're already together. And you have to tell a new story consistently in your mind. You don't have to tell the story, but like when you're thinking about your SP, what thoughts go through your mind? Okay. For some reason, they come up, they pop up in your head for some reason, right? They pop up in your head. What are your thoughts? Are your thoughts like anxious and worried and I don't have it? Because if you have all those feelings, you're not aligned with that reality. That reality is already existing. Actually, somebody brought this, should bring this up more often. It's not like you're creating your reality. You're not creating it. Creation's complete. It's all done. Okay, there's only the present moment. You only need to align with that reality by having the thoughts and the feelings and what that version of you in that reality. So to manifest that reality, you want to say, it's already mine. My imagination creates everything I imagine. All my desires are mine. Okay, you're not going to worry about when is it going to happen because you already have something. Why would you be worried about when it's going to happen? You're gonna release the worry, the doubt, and fear to the higher self that's within you. Okay, everything is responding to you. Okay, it feels like we're the creator. We talk about being the creator, but you're align with that reality by being more confident. Okay, you can affirm things like, I am confident. I'm in this relationship. That's why self-concept, there's nothing to change but your perception of yourself. So your self-concept is how you perceive yourself. So if you're feeling like God's gift, and if you're feeling like you are the person that everyone wants to marry, if you feel that way, your world will reflect that. But if you're feeling like nobody likes me, no, and my SP rejected me, I can never meet anyone, whatever you're saying is your really true belief, and that's why you're seeing it in your reality. You're seeing it in your reality because it is your belief. Okay, in order to see your reality align and shift, in order to see that shift in your reality, you need to consistently say, I get everything I want. This person is so in love with me. This person wants to live the rest of their life with me. Okay, say their name, or him or her, or whatever right? You're saying their name, or if you want to say SP. Bobby said, VIP group is great. So many resources and beautiful people to help empower one another. Thank you for adding that. Yes, I love the VIP group. The power in that group is your whole reality is a reflection of your limiting beliefs, right? So, your reflection, the reality that you're experiencing reflects what you're consciously aware of. So everything exists. If you're consciously aware of your negative thoughts and fears, well, then you're just going to be living more experiences of that. If you're turning your attention to a group that's supportive, inspiring, motivating, sees reality as creation is complete, who sees reality as no longer linear time, who sees reality that you are the operant power, okay, that's the direction you want to be in. That's going to help you propel in your mind and have more powerful manifestations, right? More powerful understandings. So my parents are coming today, and from my SP's country, and today is my SP's dad's birthday. So cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, so create meaning on all of that. Create meaning on all of it, okay? Like all the best meaning. Got my SP back after 2.5 years, and he left again and went back to his ex. Okay, that's okay. Guess what? If you're making a big deal about it, then it's gonna feel like a big deal. I'm not saying it's okay and you're just accepting that reality, but if you say that's okay because you're powerful. Okay, so what happened? Well, you manifested, first of all, congratulations. You manifested your specific person. You proved to yourself, you watched and observed that your reality is responding to you. You brought your SP into your life. If you did it once, you can do it again. You're the operant power. That's why it's not a big deal, because you could do it again. Now, why did it fall apart? Well, okay, so they went back to the ex. I don't know 100%. Without talking to you, but that's usually because, okay, first of all, you didn't get so solid on your self-concept of being totally chosen, like forevermore. Okay, seeing not only that you see yourself, but that your specific person sees you that way also. Okay, so you have to continue when you manifest your specific person. You got to continue the mental diet, because now they're in your life and now they aggravate you, or they're doing something, or they're going somewhere without telling you. What assumption did you make? Did you go, are they going now? Did you start to go back to, you kind of forgot that you're God of your reality, and you start to have thoughts like, who are they with? And why are they doing that? But you're the God of your reality. I mean, they can't be with anyone unless you have an assumption about it. They're not going to be with, having thoughts about anyone else in their reality but you, unless you have an assumption about it, or you haven't stayed solid and firm on your assumption about yourself and how they see you. It's all okay. Guess what? You're even more powerful for this all happening, because now you'll kind of know what you're doing more. Okay, that's all okay. You're going to take it as a valuable experience. So just do exactly what you did before. Affirm you. Go to the end. You and your specific person are together. Okay. If there's a reason, if you think you have jealousy about the ex, you got to get rid of that and dissolve it, because jealousy is just going to manifest in your life in all different ways. So there's no reason to be jealous. There's no reason whatsoever to be jealous, because it's only you in your reality, and everything's a reflection. Okay. So I'm not saying that it's jealousy. I'm just saying that as an example. Guys, I love you all. I've got to go pick up my kids from school. If you need additional help, I have a free Facebook group. The link's in my bio. Join, ask questions there. If I can't answer, there's always someone who can help and answer. I've got my VIP group. It's a monthly subscription. If you want to level up and have a community of people that understand this and really build up your game, the link's in the description. If you want to join free for 3 days, you can join free. And one-on-one coaching available. I love you all. You guys are powerful. I'm imagining and envisioning that you guys see how you create and that you see success, okay? Love you all. Bye.